O3 to Infinity YouTube page. We need y'all to subscribe and join the journey.
Like, comment, and share. And most importantly, subscribe.
Subscribe. O3 to Infinity.
Hey.
Welcome to episode 23 of O3 to Infinity. I am your co-host, JT, followed by my beautiful co-host and special guest. We coming for round 2, baby. Hit up Women History Month, right?
Period.
And we have
Harper Davis, also known as HD. Y'all can call me HD or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
and then we have who was beautifully behind the camera.
Right.
I was forced to do this. I'm Titus. What's up, y'all? It's TT.
We popping cherries over here, baby. We popping cherries. We popping cherries. So again, welcome to episode 26. We're gonna jump right in. How was your week?
Oh, my week was
Yes.
It was cute. It's been chill. Work has been like in a good space lately. Today was a little bit of a hiccup, but overall it's been good. Yeah.
Today was stressful.
Oh yeah.
It was messy.
Yeah.
You want to tell me about it?
I can't.
Oh, come on, HIPAA
Confidentiality.
laws.
I work at a school, not
Okay.
a hospital.
Skip up.
Skip up.
What's
Ma'am.
the school laws called?
FERPA.
Just like privacy of child.
FERPA.
What's, huh?
FERPA.
Nahiba.
Oh, I never knew that. I work in a school, and I don't know what the laws are.
You need to know your rights, Spooky, before you get caught up. She go already start that shit. How was your week, Harper Davis?
Okay, well, it was good. Last time I was like, oh, it's crazy. This week was actually kind of good, even though I'll be at home every day at 10 p.m. We have basketball season. So our kids made it to the playoffs, which was really exciting. It was very high energy. Like for the first time, because my school, we don't have a real big gym. So when we went to the playoffs, went to a school with a bigger gym. So we had students come and staff come, which is really nice because they normally can't come because there's nowhere for them to sit. And so it was really nice to see so many like families, kids. Like it felt I really felt like, and I felt like the kids felt the vibe. The players were like, we was in the stands like, Mister, like cheering them on.
Yeah.
And it was a team that really went into it thinking that we was gonna lose, but we won. Like we ate them up.
That's what's up.
I love that. Yeah. My week was chill, I would say. Work week it's been fine, but the highlight was the concert I went to. When I tell y'all that mic was motherfucking on, it was on. Everybody's mic was on.
Who was there
K
again?
Michelle. She looked banging. New face, but banging. Mic on. Shaheem, banging.
Really?
His outfit was terrible, but Mike was on. Trey Songz on. Cameron, I don't want to give him too much credit, but your mic was on, all right, player? But you got things that you got to figure out in your life. And then the main event, Keisha Cole, who looked
Is that good?
10 out of 10. Y'all not really hearing me. Keisha Cole looked 10 out of 10, and her mic was on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was a lineup where everybody's mic on. Like, I was in my bag, and they brought out, like, special guests. They brought out, like, Lola Brooke. They brought out They brought out They brought out Remy. They brought out some heavy hitters. They brought out A Boogie. What?
Oh, it was
lit. It was a concert. So,
wow, what a time.
yeah, I felt like, it was a good time. So, no complaints from me. It started off my week with a bang. So, yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, Mills, how was your week?
Oh, my week was cool, I seen the Tyler Perry.
Oh,
We going back into that? That's 9. But thoughts? On a scale of 0 to 10.
I think it was a 9. Yeah.
huh?
A 9?
A 9, like as
Like
in
closest
good?
to the best of being a 10.
Like
it was-
close to the film
it was
that
good
praised
for Tyler
it?
Perry. It was good. I felt like the dark skin.
What was good? Oh, my husband Toronto Rhodes.
Yes.
He was giving Scorpio vibes, so I was like big Scorpio energy. So I was just like,
So murder.
what? He didn't murder her.
Did he?
He showed her a good time.
I see. So you
No,
about
sorry.
gaslight, huh? Just you just wanted to. Okay, I get it. Okay, we see Scorpio.
Yeah, you like being like, give me your phone now. Put your number in now.
It was
That's the
smooth
vibes?
though. It was smooth though. You don't see the smoothness in it?
Nah.
Nah, that wasn't smooth.
That movie wasn't it.
He was like, "Yo, give me your phone and put my number in it."
Oh, okay.
Smooth, no?
Get on this bike in your skirt.
But she did it.
Take this helmet.
She did. That's
She
what
did
was
do it.
scary. It was kind of like she was like I don't know. Yeah, he.
But then towards the end, like,
Mm.
you know, he was found innocent.
Okay.
Yeah, but
I see what you. I see how you moving. Okay. I see.
So you really liked it.
Nah, like I think when I watched it Monday,
Uh huh.
and I thought
How'd you feel about the paint scene?
that was amazing. Like,
I mean, that scene did eat though. Come on, they too fine people.
Nah, yeah, like that's why Tyler asked him, and
Yeah,
that's why
they
he
too
zoomed in
fucking-
close on the butt with the
Yeah.
drip
Yeah, that's
right
what
in
he
the
likes.
butt cheeks. He said, "Let me get that."
I ain't
Everybody go
see-
eat that up.
I
And
ain't
they
see
did.
all that.
Oh, you cover your eyes. Like, Mama, no. Can't see this. No rated R.
I'm an artist, so you know what I mean. It is what it is. You know?
That's
Okay.
fair. Yeah,
We love that.
that's fair.
It is what
All
it is.
right.
But talking about art, I edited with my boys again, and you know it was bussing all day.
They gave us a 10 out of 10.
It was like, oh, bussing. Everything is bussing. Like,
My impact.
and they didn't understand. They didn't understand the day room. So
Dang, that's crazy.
So you know what? Technically, I won.
So
If the kids
many
No,
people say day
I
room.
judged.
My kids, but yeah.
There's no take backs. It's not the
Yeah.
Final
presidential,
decision.
You know,
It's giving butt hurt. Okay.
Y'all voted wrong. FYI.
there's no recap.
Wowzers.
But yeah, back to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all thing.
Say less. Well, on that note, cheers to always, always you, always you.
oh Lord.
Oh man.
Ooh, what's that?
Oh,
Grape?
yeah, it's
It hits
different.
every time.
What you put in there?
What's this?
Mhm.
Mimosa.
I know, but it got a nice
It's
little
orange
flavor. It got a nice
It's not
kick
orange
to
No,
it.
juice.
that's not orange juice.
Is it?
Yeah, it's orange.
What else in it?
Oh,
Sure
it's
is.
the champagne.
It's the
that
flavor
you use.
itself.
What's that? Rose?
I'm feeling
Is
it.
it? I think yeah.
Cause it's like
I'm
a different.
feeling it.
It's a different color. It's like
I like that.
It's like a sunrise
Very
sunset.
much so.
You ate that?
That's very nice. Okay, boy, 10
That's what I'm saying. Those was the 1, 2, 1, 2.
You looking at me?
And now, time for
That was brought to you by me, MILLX.
every-
Last week it was Jay. You know what I'm saying?
Period. Let them know.
and now time for everybody's favorite
Top 3, top 3, top 3.
Wow. Top 3 things ladies can't go a day without. Before we start, is this in order? Or y'all's top 3 in order? Of like high need to like, I could live without.
Or low need. Top.
Yeah.
Low to high.
It's up to y'all. It doesn't have to be.
I was just
but
gonna throw them all out.
Okay,
that's
so no
fine.
order.
So order doesn't matter.
Okay.
All right?
We doing it 1, 1, 1 popcorn?
Yes. So
Okay.
don't give too much. Just give them. All right?
Come on, teacher.
My number 3 is spilling tea in my respective group chats. I can't go a day without.
Oh, that's so good.
I
I
can't
didn't
go a
even
day
think
without,
like that.
I was thinking the basics.
without spilling some
Same.
tea.
Oh,
I was
she's
thinking the
gonna
sexy. I wasn't
win.
thinking big. What you
You're
got?
gonna win,
What
like-
you got?
My iced coffee. I need an iced coffee.
That's a good
Every day
one.
I get an iced coffee. Like I can't. When I don't have my iced coffee, the day is done.
I know
Like,
that's
it's
right.
not the same day.
Okay. Titus.
Deodorant.
I know that's right.
Okay. My number 2 is a bonnet with
Mm.
an elastic band. Gotta have an elastic band. Gotta lay down the lace and edges.
My second one was gonna like literally a shower.
Mm. You guys are really thinking big. Yes. Number 2.
Mine was also a bonnet / silk scarf.
I know that's right. Okay, alignment. And my number 1, lip gloss.
Like,
Hmm?
I
What you about to say?
get,
Toothbrush? Toothbrush?
no, I mean mine was also gonna be lotioning my body.
So you did your morning routine. Okay. Okay, next one.
I
What you got? What you got? What you got?
Lotion.
So my honorable mention was lip gloss.
Okay,
/
I love
lip
that.
balm, like a nice little bliss stack
I love
situation. But my number 1 is your phone.
Oh, wow. I don't think this.
I mean, technically, yeah, that's fair.
Mills.
Who wins
think
this
practical.
week's top 3? They got the box, honestly, at this rate. I'm just
Shower.
saying. I don't know.
You do need a shower
I guess.
and deodorant.
Mhm.
Don't like no funky.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give it to Hyper Davis.
What? Oh, that's insane!
Clink.
That's insane!
That's crazy. I mean, that's
Wow,
not crazy.
you really did think practical, huh?
Cause like really think about it.
Not as a man, you know what I'm saying? You just
Ah,
things
okay.
that a man would want.
They lady to be like,
Yeah.
okay,
Well,
wow.
you know, with the iced coffee, I'm gonna
Ah,
take it number 2.
okay. Thank you, Lactose Mommy.
Mhm.
All right. Well, shout out to you, Harper Davis, for winning top 3.
What I said? Didn't I say I was gonna take it?
You did.
I said I was gonna take it.
Manifestation at its finest.
Redeemed
Wowzers. All right, shifting gears. Guess I'm a little salty because that kind of.
That kind of.
I thought you were.
Really,
I thought you were out the running.
Yeah.
I thought it was really only going to be between me and
oh,
Titus.
that's crazy.
That's kind of
You
crazy.
see how they praying on my downfall?
Wow, ended. But so I feel like this segment is really important again because we're educators. So we're gonna kind of shift to talking about school during COVID. So the before, the during, the after. So does anybody want to start with the before? I know that's more so Harper Davis and I, and then Titus, you can jump in. But before COVID, tree blossoms. Okay, everything was fine. It was great. Engagement was high. Parents were there. Attendance was high. Enrollment was good. Like, we were living large. Now, were there still the hardships that we discussed? Absolutely.
Mhm.
But everything was copacetic. I can't lie. What do you think?
No, Sam. It was like, and what was so crazy about it was like, I heard about what was going on, but I was just like,
Right.
you know, like we're still in
Mhm.
school, like things are still great.
Mm-hmm.
It's so crazy because I think the anniversary, not the
Yeah.
anniversary, isn't it
It
like
was,
yesterday?
Oh, wow.
Or the 11th was 4 years ago?
Oh yeah.
It was the
Oh,
11th, March 11th,
wow.
and they shut down
Yeah.
for work from on the
That's
4
third.
years ago,
interesting.
like on Monday would have been it.
That's kind of wild, actually.
So it's actually kind of crazy that the topic is also COVID.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, everything like the kids were learning,
Mhm.
like that group. I think the COVID year was my first year teaching ELA. That was my first year teaching English. So I was like really excited about it. And I was like, kids are loving English, they're loving to read.
Mhm.
We were so excited to do all these really cool things. I wanted to take them to see Hamilton because we were doing the Hamilton unit. And then, you know, COVID.
COVID hit.
COVID hit.
Now during COVID. Now, during COVID, I think it showed how unprepared. Unprepared schools are. And I think it also showed how much we did not emphasize tech. Like, we were in
100%.
shambles during COVID in terms of like the preparations on like the logistical front of like really ensuring that when we all work in like pretty low income type areas, so like really not understanding the need of like kids having computers at home, like just things that
Internet.
I would say like internet, like we take for granted that they didn't have access to, kind of put us in a bind. And it wasn't as so simple as like picking up a packet, right? And like doing work, because that's essentially you teaching yourself. So I think like during COVID it was like really hard. I will say, my school in particular, shout out to y'all, I do think we had a really quick turnaround time in terms of being able to have the resources or conversations to be like, how can we best set up? So like really utilizing like Zoom, Google Classroom, which was something that we really didn't utilize before. So like all of these platforms now are kind of like on our radar when these things been around and we just weren't utilizing them. So it was just kind of like really crazy. And during, it was also really cool to see some kids like thrive, like online, like remote, opposed to like if they sat in front of your face. It was very, very different. And also it was really interesting to see how parents showed up for kids online. Or
lack thereof.
Finish my sentence. Or lack thereof. Yeah, it was kind of wild. And also, like, I feel like you got to know kids in a very personal way because we were, like, in your home.
Yeah.
You're in my home, I'm in your home. Yeah, we can have the background, but, like, yeah, you might have a little sister come run up on you and be like, oh, I got to get off camera really quick. Like, the level of different needs or like responsibilities that some of my kids had that I didn't know also was pretty enlightening.
Yeah.
So that was the during for me. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm lucky that my school was tech heavy. So every kid had a laptop. So like, shout out to our ops team. Shout out to ops at my school at the time. Because we had gotten full sets of laptops in every classroom, I think like the year prior. So we were slowly, and it was, a lot of it was due to an 8th grade science teacher. Shout out to you, Mr. Petrie, who was so tech heavy, and he like, all of his lessons were always on Google Classroom. He's the reason I even knew about Google Classroom, because he was like, this is gonna be the next, like, we need to start doing this now. And so luckily for us, when there was talkings of it, I think our kids were sent home with like packets of work for like 2 weeks while we figured out Zoom and teaching other teachers that never used Google Classroom how to use it. And then after those 2 weeks, we were up and running on Zoom and in Google Classroom, like immediately. Like the kids had a schedule, they emailed it to all the kids. It was like, you're gonna go to this. Everyone had a Zoom link that was attached to it. Like, again, our ops ate that real bad. Like, the kids, all they had to do was click on the class they had, and it led them to the teacher's Zoom room, and they were in there. Like, all you had to do was open it up. And then they provided Wi-Fi for the families that didn't have Wi-Fi. We kept our school open for lunch, so they could come pick up lunches during certain hours if they needed to get food. And so that was really cool. And that was like when it first hit. And then, did you guys go remote for a whole year after? Were you guys remote for the 2020-2021 year?
I think it started remote. And
It started, and then we went to hybrid, and then we were like full-fledged. Yeah,
I think we became hybrid in like April, but we stayed remote for a very long time. And so the during, like, being kind of to what you said, like being personal with them was really cool. Like, after class was over, a lot of my kids would like to be like, can we stay online? Because Among Us was hot. It was like, can we stay in the Zoom and all play Among Us? Or play Among Us, or we play like Roblox. Because they were like, we just want to like not do school right now. We just want to have some fun. And so like, that was really cool to see what their interests were outside of school. And it's a lot easier to do that because like, no one can leave their house. Like, we had no choice but to stay inside. So it was like, let's just play video games together and learn about each other. And so like, that's how they knew. They were like, Miss HD, your microwave is beeping. Is it broke? You gotta go pick up your ramen noodles. And I was like, I'm not even eating ramen. But I am. I was. That's what was in there.
These kids do too much for me, per usual.
So yeah, it was interesting. And to your point, the kids that thrived online versus in the classroom, the kids that were shy, got to type a lot in the chat. And it was, and you know how the chat could be private or public. So I had a lot of kids privately chatting me their answers because they, you know, they don't want to be wrong. And so I'm like, yes, great job. And so like, that was really cool. And also just waking up at whatever time and I have to get on a train to go to work.
Yeah, and rolling over. Wearing like a nice little, a little situation, a little shirt.
It was lit.
You know what I mean? It was way more relaxed. I would say that.
I think the biggest thing for me was the mindset of the role of schools. I feel like a lot of people started putting a lot of pressure on what schools needed to do because it was such an urgent time, right? It's like, yes, we have to make sure all of these kids have technology. We have to make sure that they have Wi-Fi access. We have to make sure that they can come to school and pick up like materials if they, no, not during COVID, but I feel like there was a lot of making sure that schools were extending resources beyond just academics. So like thinking about like all of the requirements for like social workers to like make sure that they're checking in on certain kids because things were happening at home that they don't have the luxury of going to school to like be, you know, free from. I think there was just a lot of pressure that people had to deal with beyond like the regular day-to-day experiences of being in the school. And then the other part is just like I feel like people had a lot more empathy during that time. Especially like people teachers. Were just like willing to just like, okay, if you do this, great. If you don't, I understand. Like people were very understanding. But at the same time, that level of accountability transitioned into something else.
Hello, because them blank Google Classrooms, them blank missing assignments. Can we get into
the after? Can we get into the after? Please and thank you. Anyone,
I will also say the during parents that didn't believe me before when I was talking about how wild your kid was. Now you get home, like the amount, some of the parents that would call me and be like, "Yo, my kid, he annoying, right?" Okay. Or like even like I had kids that would sleep and I would call and be like, "So and so knocked out," and then you would see her come through on the camera and be like, wake up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, you on camera, bro. You can't like
Yeah.
smack him around. Like,
Right.
get it off at least. Like, and go on mute. Beat him up later.
Later. Yeah. Not so much.
But yeah, parents being like, oh, wait, my kid actually, yeah,
Yeah.
you hear him? Yeah.
Work. That's the quality. Like you hear him
That was the
submit.
best.
Like, oh wow, they only did that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, stand over his shoulder and watch him type
Yeah.
down 2 sentences.
Mm-hmm.
And it says a paragraph.
I do think too, because I think we were coming from, at least my school, being so pencil to paper.
Yeah.
Kids could not type, baby. They did not have the skills of typing. Like, so it was like a hardship. Like that was like really a curve that I felt like teachers had to be patient and learn and wait to like be like, okay. And also like those silent moments of being like on camera, kids being like, oh, my camera broke. Or like you cold calling them, they trying to act like they frozen. Play with your mother, don't play with me and get off mute. Like, you get what I mean? So I think like there's so many like little pieces, but I think to your point, like some kids really did thrive, and like there's some kids that carried classes. Yes. I know, like for me in particular, that was really nice to see that may have never done that in person. But yeah, that whole typing aspect kind of had me in a chokehold. Like,
I had a
during,
kid
honestly.
to get out of turning a camera on because my school was like cameras have to be on.
Correct. Yeah.
Like that kid is there and not, you know your uncle
right.
work for you. I had a kid for the longest time. Camera was so blurry.
Oh.
And I'm like, yo, why is the camera so blurry? And I'm calling home like, yo, can you get them like, because it was their personal computer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, can you just check the camera? The mother checked the camera. She said, Miss Harper Davis, there's tape on the camera. That kid put scotch tape on the camera.
Are you kidding me?
She took the tape off. The next day I see her clear. It's a clear ass day.
Yo.
I was like, hey yo.
No, that's
you
nothing.
Can do whatever in the back.
No, that's nothing. One of my kids took a picture of themselves in their uniform and had as their background. So they would come on and like, why do y'all play so much? Like, I was like, are you kidding me? And low key, it would kind of like change every day. So it wouldn't be the same picture. It would then kind of be like on an angle. Or like, I was just like, nah.
Their creativity
You're
really
going
insane.
insane.
Their creativity was like,
yeah, I'm like,
at a height.
kids will still show their personality.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that. But after, what's T? What happened after COVID?
Like right after, or we like now?
Mm-hmm. Both.
They dumb.
Cut the cams.
And that's a wrap. No.
Great. We're done. JJ's joke.
Oh man!
Sorry, y'all.
You're going insane.
Wow. She didn't even wait to it.
She didn't. I thought I was gonna pull out my notes before we got
to that
unloaded
point?
the dragon. Titus, do expand. 'Cause you ain't lying.
And isn't.
I think, and it goes back to the accountability thing that I was talking about earlier. It's like because there was so much grace during COVID, and there were some kids who were able to thrive and others not so much.
Right.
There wasn't any like extra attention to those who weren't thriving, because resources were limited. You know, people wanted to be very, mindful of their time and what have you. But now it's like a game of catch up. Right?
No
like,
mustard.
Truly, because what is it? They're in what grade now? 4th grade? 5th grade?
7th graders
We're in 4th. Yeah.
Our COVID year was
which is
fourth
such
grade, which is
so like
critical
the
year.
number of kids who have lost so many critical skills.
Yes.
And like foundational skills that they need to be like really strong students.
Yeah.
Long term, they do not have.
Yep.
Yes.
And it's like, unfortunately, people are still gonna like, pass kids on to the next grade. Like, you're not gonna say like, oh, yeah, I understand COVID happened, but
That's the one right there. Nailed
COVID
it.
happened, but
During, we can still see if a kid is on grade 3.
yes,
Yeah.
And they're in 5th, but now they made it to 6th. Ooh, what did we do? But I agree with that.
yeah, just like simply passing these kids along and then not really doing the proper interventions to make sure that they are justified in passing them along.
Correct.
It's just setting everyone back, and no one is still like,
Oh yeah.
that accountability still isn't there.
Yeah.
Because it's always like, oh, Grace, and I do extend grace because I get it. The
of course.
circumstances.
It was out of
people
their
were on
control,
COVID when it was COVID. Like people were getting sick. Like literally, people lost family members.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Like people were having difficulties like staying afloat and like just whatever family issues that was going on in their household. And I was very understanding of that. But what I don't want us to get into the habit of doing, which I think sometimes has happened, is just like everything needs to be like, oh, let's not penalize the kids. Like I think for us, I don't know if it's the same for you guys, but we can't give kids zeros. So we start, our grading threshold starts at a 60. And I don't like that.
Ours is 55.
Personally, when I was growing up, if you didn't do the work, you don't get credit.
Yeah.
Letting it, like, that idea, and we know our kids are smart. If they're able to take a picture of themselves and put it on Zoom, if I'm a kid and I'm like, I don't have to do no work.
Correct.
And I can still slide with a 60. And then this teacher has to give me makeup work. And I can do all my makeup work in the last week. And my grade is going to go to a C. And I'm cool with a C.
Yep.
Where's the
bare minimum?
Where's the motivation?
Yeah.
Where's the expectation that you need to take your learning seriously? It's a very unserious thing.
Yeah.
So I think we are getting a lot of that where kids aren't taking their education seriously because they know the workarounds that are happening because of what it was like in COVID, and they're kind of using that to their benefit, which sucks as a teacher because like I don't want to fail you. I literally don't. I actually want you to do the work that I worked really hard, by the way, to make sure that you have. Like y'all think I just play around. No, I plan these out. Like, we're going to eat this lesson.
Yeah.
And so when I have students that don't do it, I'm like, is it a do you not understand? Let me help you. Or is it a, no, I'm just not going to do it. And for some of them, it's a, no, I'm just going to do it. And okay, don't do it. I'm going to go to the kids that are going to do it. But the kids that don't do it, unfortunately, you're missing out on those key skills, like you said. And then you're going to go to the next grade and you're going to be lost in the sauce.
Yeah. I think y'all both nailed everything academic, but I think also something that was kind of crazy after is the social maturity. That went left. It was kind of like this idea of like showing grace, right? You just had a year or some change, not seeing friends, like not really knowing how to engage, interact. It's weird. You're online. You think like you're an online bully. Like you're getting away with things, slick things because it's not like you have to see people face to face.
Yeah.
Or like you're really like creating these great, you know what I mean, kind of relationships with somebody that's online, but like how genuine do you know that they are? So like it goes both ways, right? And I think like when kids came back to school, it was like they didn't even know how to like engage with each other in like an authentic way. It felt like very, I don't know, like planned, if you will, or like not even planned, or it could be planned, but also like just unsettling. Like I don't really know how to engage in conversations with you in a way that is empathetic or even sympathetic, like not taking everything as a joke, like really being mindful of like the words I'm saying. Like, just the maturity level, like, varied so much. I think there's some kids that really blossomed and, like, did take school seriously. So, came back with a mindset of, like, no, I'm going to, like, do the things and bust my ass. And then you have some kids like, life flew by, so I'm going to just be in school, chilling, not following no rules.
Yeah.
Like, responsibilities, what's that? And I think, like, it kind of left me looking at certain kids and, like, even because I see now, I'm like, all right, you was a COVID kid. Like, what year were you? Because now it's making sense. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the way you're acting, it's making sense now. So I think, like, that social aspect, I was just kind of like, oh, wow. Like, and this is, like, going back to, like, the whole child. Like, it's one thing to be like, okay, academically you need support. But then it was, like, social-emotional, too. Like, what are we doing to combat that? And I think there was a lot that happened, like, loss of family, all those things, but just bare minimum, like interactions, engagement with people, skills. It went over their heads. Yeah. So now, like, when I see, like, you know, our school, we do SEL, social emotional learning, and some of the kids, I'm just like, awareness, you got that? Self-awareness. I don't think so. Like, do you know how to build, like, trusting relationships? Do you know how to hold people accountable in, like, a respectful way? No. Like, I think it's, like, you know, the back to basics, but it's like you can't even call it. It's like, when did you learn? Like when? Yeah. When were you supposed to learn? When?
They also have no sense of space, of personal space.
That boundaries.
Boundaries.
What's that?
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah, they
It's
are
very
very
weird.
immature too.
Yeah, it's just, and it's like unfortunate. It's like when you have these conversations, it's like in the moment they're good, but then in 2 seconds they're back doing the same thing that you were
Yeah.
spoke to them about.
Literally,
patience
it
is
literally
real.
said, "Heard you say,
Yeah.
I go right back." I said, "Don't worry about it. If it's not true online, don't get on your Instagram and post back." Literally, now you're fighting.
Yeah. Yeah, patience is real. So COVID, ghetto.
Truly.
Honestly.
Do not recommend.
But
No.
don't do it again.
Yeah, so, no more traveling. All right, y'all? Keep it cute. But yeah, so that was our little COVID segment. And definitely, like, share stories, like, if you had kids or students. Mills, how did your kids survive COVID? Yeah, it was hard, huh?
Nah, I mean, to be honest with y'all,
Uh-huh.
going through the divorce. You know what I'm saying? So the separation and everything. So
Took a toll.
Yeah, so dealing with that, and then them, that day that we got the call or the text, like, yeah, it's over for school. It was hard.
That's a lot
So
to deal with.
just
See?
figuring out just where they staying. Because I stay out, I work. I work through COVID. So I'm going to Harlem every day, going to work, and just having to figure out just everything. So
See, that's what we're talking about. It's hardships outside of
Yeah.
just like kids and like what they can do. So that's real. Oh man. But yeah, like we said, 0 out of 10 don't recommend. But now getting into something a little spicier. Have either of you ever dated somebody that was younger than you?
Not like extreme, like a year younger.
A year younger? Pedophile.
Damn,
And have any of you dated somebody that was older?
No, not like an older, not like in the 40s. I'm looking.
But not like I'm talking about when I say older,
Like an age gap.
like at least
Like a solid age gap.
let's like 8, at
Oh,
least
no.
8 or older.
No.
Mm-mm.
Ah, okay. Mills, you out here?
You don't want a cougar?
You want a cougar?
Sugar
A
mama?
sugar mama?
You got a sugar mama?
I mean, the oldest I did, when I was, well, I ain't even gonna say the time, but
He said not too much time.
I think I was like 19,
Mm-hmm.
and Shorty was 27.
Okay, that's a gap.
Okay, Jalen.
That's 8 years.
Because you had you with Drea. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about that one. What do we think about Miss Drea Bookie, 39, dating, or I can't even say dating,
Because
but
are they official?
pregnant, right? Pregnant by 22-year-old little basketball, little,
Up and coming.
temporary, superstar, up and coming. I like that. That's a little bit better. Being pregnant right now. Do we think it's right? Just how are our initial thoughts about it? Nasty.
I think that's crazy because if you take the 2 from his second 2 and then you add it to Drea's 39,
Uh-huh.
you'll get 40 and 21.
Ah.
That's 20 years.
Oh, I see
Oh,
what
I
you
see what I'm
did. So
saying?
you went big math.
Yeah.
Yeah.
have to carry
And
two.
then if you think about Drea has a son
You a math teacher?
that
right?
is 20. I'm not teaching. But I'm
It's
really
here
good at
later
math.
shows.
But I'm really good at math because I know how to count my money. And I know when niggas is cheating me. Okay?
You don't take big bills, baby.
Right.
I know that's
Small
right.
bills.
20s on.
Ones and fives.
And she's serious about that too.
She is very serious.
Because
Yeah, I
the pizza
literally
was
got dollar bills
brought.
on me right now.
Because the pizza was brought with big bills, so, and she did not have a slice. So
Nowadays. Now you're a Mr. Comedian, Mel. You're funny. You're Money Mills. Okay, now.
Not money bills.
I am
That
not a drug
goes
dealer. I
insane.
am not a drug dealer.
That goes insane.
But no, she has a son. Her first son is 21. So Jalen and her son could have been classmates.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And when you think about it like that, that's a little weird.
That is.
Like they literally could have been in middle school together. And while Drea picking up her kid, you could have been like, let me pick Jalen up too.
Yeah.
Nasty. I'm sorry, I don't like it.
To that point, you know what? This whole thing is nasty as gross. But did y'all see the quote?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, he said something around like,
Was it real? Is it real? Is that a real quote?
You saw it?
Yo, about him being the babysitter?
Drake used to babysit me when I was 12. But now, you know,
was
it's
real?
all good.
I hope that's not real.
She's my baby mama. Well,
That's not real.
Breaking news. It's real here. And that's nasty. That is nasty to say, or even if it was joke, even if it was it doesn't matter.
Alleged.
Okay, allegedly. But that's nasty because she could have been.
No, that's the thing.
And that's clear, like you were grooming him.
Yeah.
In some capacity.
That's so nasty.
And that's what I think. And that's
what are
that's
you
a
doing?
level.
What are you doing?
Yeah. Like,
And-
what do you...
And I was watching everywhere where they were like, "Oh, would you want another kid?"
Yes, I did
They
see
asked. That was on Shiva.
That's
And they
her.
asked her if she wanted another kid, and she was just like, kind of like, "Well, I don't want to. I don't got to be with that person." She was like,
she believes in
she literally was
co-parenting.
like, "I believe in co-parenting," and I'm like, "So you just want the kid?"
Yeah,
Yeah.
you took advantage of this
If
young...
anything, you could have just went
person.
downtown. What did Phaedra say? Because you had to go. You don't know if your baby daddy's gonna be an axe murderer or a serial killer. Because what you do know is that you went down. You know, he needed $6 for medium.
A medium-sized pizza.
She could have just
For
went
your man
to
to ejaculate
and I
in a cup. Now check that. Check that.
Meaning in the back. But like, you could have just went down to the dome.
Yeah.
Like, you could have got you a real nice.
Yeah.
You could have chose.
Also,
Yeah.
also not to be funny, like Drea she's a baddie, so
Beautiful,
this is
beautiful
not
girl.
undeniable. Like
Beautiful girl.
you could have definitely had
Anybody.
any dude that was older or whatever it is, more around your age,
Had money.
more established,
Had
still had
money.
money.
'Cause we know
Because
that
a lot
was
of people are saying like money is a factor,
Mhm.
but in my head I'm like,
But why
also
would you
no
put
shade,
someone?
Drea. You know what I mean? You've been out here for a little while. You've been in the street. You got options, baby. You got options.
Yeah.
So to settle on that young man, I think is weird, and I think it's also weird for people to be like, "Oh, dudes do it all the time." Yeah,
weird
it's
when
still
it's not
nasty,
weird.
but it's still
It's
nasty.
all weird.
It's all gross.
Y'all
So
love
nasty.
to. They love to be like the gender. No, it's nasty. No matter what the
Regardless.
gender.
Yeah, it is.
I don't care. You're nasty.
Yeah, I will say it's more clearly we see it more
Mhm.
men, or it's more public. But either way, it's gross. So that brings us to now on the opposite side, Drake, 37. That's Titus Obey, y'all. Check that.
A long time ago.
And
That was before the BBL.
And alleged.
Let's not reject this. My bad, Aubrey. I love you guys.
And Brooklyn Lotto's sister, 21, allegedly dating. They were floating, getting some, you know what I mean? Maybe at Nobu. Who
What if
knows
they
where
just
they're?
good friends?
I think
They're
so.
just good girlfriends.
Not too much.
Bodies
Not too much shady boots. Drake
Okay,
is unhinged, but
but-
yes.
Speaking of, like, it's so funny because we said Drake, same thing. He's also been ran through.
Mm-hmm.
He's dated a lot. Like, he had Serena.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to, well, I don't
Yes,
know about
yeah.
him and Rihanna.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Oh,
him
yeah,
and Nicki.
Rihanna.
I don't know if I believe
J-Lo.
Drake and Rihanna ever.
We're a thing?
No, I don't.
I think so.
I think so too.
I don't.
I think she had a little rebound moment.
I think so.
Okay,
too.
maybe
And
it was
he-
a rebound moment, and
and
she
he
was like,
really
"This isn't
went
gonna
over
be
that,
serious,"
yeah.
and he was like, "But I really love you." She was
Yeah.
like,
Just kidding.
not
No,
this.
yeah.
But I remember Drake's name being floated around with that, because he was texting the girl from Stranger Things when she was a kid,
Yes.
Millie Bobby Brown,
11.
11.
Oh,
Like that was a thing.
man.
She was like, "You're my best friend," and everybody was like, "You're a grown man.
Mm-hmm.
She's a kid."
Yeah. Creepy.
So,
Ugh.
and there was like another model that he was linked to that was like 18
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
19.
It's like it's starting to be a pattern. Red flag.
But they also just might be friends, girlfriends.
But I don't know. Would you not look at that weird?
I would.
Just like being friends as well.
Yeah, would you need a friend that's 17 years older than you or younger than you? What
Yeah.
can you contribute to my life?
Like whether it's
Like
romantic
that's
or
like how
not.
my students like when
Yeah.
they try to find we're not friends.
Yeah.
I don't care like
Yeah.
how much I know about what's going on in the media.
Yeah.
That I should know because I'm a grown lady,
Yeah.
so I know everything that's going on.
Right.
Like, why do you know?
Yeah.
No, because you have a phone that has access to everything.
Yeah.
We're
It's
not
like
friends.
boundaries. Like
Yeah.
I feel like yes, we over here educated. We have kids that
Like y'all not my friends.
we
though.
still text. We still call right. Because if
Ever.
you hit me up someone time, hey Jade, I'm blocking you.
Immediately.
Don't be weird. You
Immediately.
know what I mean? But I think that, yeah, I don't know. I think this whole dating situation, I think there is a double standard. Transparently, yes, there is.
Yeah.
But either way you look at it, it's nasty. and it's gross.
Do you think it's
And Drake
okay
did go to
if
jail.
they're older though? Is it the numbers? Is it like if there was like a? I feel like it's different if it's like a 30-year-old and a 50-year-old. Is that different?
I do think
from
it's
the 20-year-old?
Way
and 40-year-old?
different.
Yes, because your brain
Yes.
doesn't develop until
Okay.
25.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're older in that same, what's the math?
Mm-hmm.
What's the math?
Carry the one Titus.
I can't. But whatever that number is,
17.
One is
it would be.
16.
I think it would be
That's 17.
slightly okay
Uh-huh.
if it was a 30-year-old.
Can I shake the table?
Uh-huh.
Can I shake the table?
Shake the table.
Beyonce and Jay-Z.
You ain't even got to tell me nothing.
I mean,
I'm glad Luke's
how
not
old
here.
is she?
Nasty.
How old was
she's
she?
42.
How old was she when they started dating?
Listen.
Like 17,
How old was he?
30.
50.
Yeah.
Yo, you say he's lying about his age.
They do.
That nigga's 62.
He's old.
Let me go to his birth control. I meant birth control. I'm thinking about me.
Birth certificate, not too much. Oh, no, it's getting so.
You know what I meant?
Did we? You're a little shady tonight. But,
I meant let me see his birth certificate.
I definitely
Gloria,
think,
let me see it.
I definitely think there's so many stars that I think get away with it too.
Yeah.
Because
So
also
many,
there's
based
a
on who
level
they
of
are.
like loyalty or like you thinking it's okay because like we love Beyonce, right? We love Jay-Z, so
Yeah.
like y'all dated, we called y'all a power couple. Look at Diddy and Carisha. Not too much. But like even that was gross.
Mm-hmm.
Like I thought like her, like I was like, yo, what's going on here? That's also weird. Like all these things are weird. And for people pick and choose when they want to say something is weird and something's not. But I think in both those situations, it was gross. 0 out of 10, I don't recommend.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I agree.
Are y'all dating older men?
Yeah.
Glad we learned something. I love
I
that.
definitely would.
I would.
Well, we're older now.
Not
So yeah,
significantly.
yeah.
Not significantly.
Yeah, I'm not.
So what's
talking
the
60.
oldest y'all would go?
50.
Wow.
Have you seen 50-year-olds nowadays? They look
Some of
good.
them do be shorter than 35.
Yeah.
They be looking like a 35.
Not like when I say 50, I mean not like a ugly looking 50.
but
you got-
still it's 50 though.
'cause you know
like
what's
on their birth control is still 50. You know what I'm saying? So you need to
You
you need to
know,
understand.
how old is Pharrell? He like in his 50s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in.
Yeah, he look good. If you look
So
like
you
Pharrell,
want a good-looking 50-year-old?
yes, and you have to have
Ah.
money, you have to have a home, and
So you want a sugar daddy?
yes.
Okay, thank you for clarifying.
That's
that.
real.
Yeah, is it between who you gonna date and who you want a sugar
I'm
daddy?
tired of working, y'all.
Cause work is ghetto. Titus, how old you going?
So I watched this video where it's like this dating coach. He said that for women specifically,
Like they
it should be 5 years younger, no more than 5 years younger.
Okay.
Okay.
No more than 10 years older.
Okay.
Do you remember his rationale as to why?
I cannot. I
Do you
just
know who
remember
it
the
was?
numbers.
Thank you for that. And
You
you're
know
sticking by that.
the video,
Um,
so we can tell people to look.
his
at it.
name is Anwar.
Okay.
He black.
All right, so we sticking by that math.
I don't know if I would personally. I think the younger thing for me is like it's not.
Because
It's
5
not
years
as
younger.
good.
I don't think I can do younger. If like I were to do younger, I would
Seven.
say max 2.
Okay.
And that's pushing it for me.
Huh. Okay.
And then older, I would say my max would be 5.
Okay. So you're in the ballpark, not necessarily 5
Yeah.
to 10. You giving like 2 and 5.
Yeah.
Okay,
Males?
that's fair. Would you date an older woman right now?
Older.
Yeah. Or like how much older would you go? I should say.
I say 40, and
Okay.
younger probably like 24.
24. It's just
It's so interesting for guys.
I know, because it's also like,
Because
and I
girls
used to
do
talk to
mature
like
faster.
my good
Do
friend
they?
about this, because he used to date like young girls, and I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? Because I also think there's a level of like, if you're if you're an established person, which is also where I get a little weird about younger sometimes, what or how do you feel like that person is contributing to your life? Granted, this is not really monetary, right? So
Yeah.
like, is it an intellectual thing? Like, are they explain to me what's happening here. You get what I mean? Like, explain to me what's happening. If I'm 35 and I'm dating a 25-year-old, it got to be something major that, like, I got to feel like you're, like, ahead of your time, right?
yeah,
Or, like,
yeah.
what is it that you're giving? If I'm dating you because you're just to be 25,
It's an ego thing.
yeah, and you giving 25, like, you doing 25-year-old shit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just kind of like, where are we going here? And I think, like, for dudes, like, I'm just like, you're dating a younger girl just because she's
younger.
younger.
Literally.
And like I feel like you can manipulate her. Like I think it's levels.
Then you got to
to
think
it.
about it as Drake, because I was thinking about this too. I'm like, yo, Drake kind of, you know, he's in everybody's realm, because like a 22, a 21-year-old, they talking about Drake.
Yeah.
So they know him for like, you know what I'm saying, for who he
He's
is.
relevant to everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all teach, you know, y'all talk to kids, like they know Drake, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They sing his music and everything. So like for him, like it's like, yo, what do they talk about? They probably talk about him. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
He's accessible and relevant to every generation.
It's true.
and like relevant. He's not like Jay. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's not
But
right.
he's still making music, and he's still out there. He's still on top of his game.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, not shooting him no bill. You know what I'm saying? Scorpio Broski. But
It was fun to time.
But I think because of that, he has like Peter Pan syndrome.
Yeah.
Do tell. I've
So like
never heard
where
that.
you like you don't want to grow up.
Yeah.
In a way. So like if you notice like Drake now compared to Drake 3 years ago is a completely different person.
I agree with that.
Not
So I
just
think
the
he's
body.
like slowly trying to like make himself appear younger so that he can continue to like reach
Kinda
different
live in
fan
this.
bases and like be able to like run
Yeah.
the spectrum.
God, interesting.
But that's like some middle age crisis thing that he
Yeah,
needs to
like
work
you need to
out.
be in
Yeah.
therapy.
Like truly.
Perhaps.
Because you're about to be
Yeah.
40.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can't do this you can't keep doing this.
Yeah,
It's not cute.
Interesting. All right. Well, yeah, I'm not a fan of the younger. That Lily used to be like a weird complex. Like for a while, especially in college, I was at a place where like I didn't want to date anybody that wasn't my age. It was very weird. Like you couldn't even be a year younger than me. You couldn't be a year older than me. Like I was not interested. That's like the first thing I used to ask you. How old are you?
Really?
You what? You used to say like, oh no, thanks, thank you.
That's crazy.
And I used to walk away. It was like weird. I was like, it was really
Very
really weird.
Yeah.
Like your
Yeah.
exact,
I mean, I broke out of it, but
like
nonetheless.
your exact age, like the same day.
Yeah, no, but like if I said I
Same
was
year.
18 and you told me you was 18, we good.
Okay.
But if you told me I said I was 18 and you was like, oh yeah, I'm 20.
20?
Ooh,
No.
thanks, bye.
Or 19.
Yeah, no. See
Or
ya.
17.
No, pass. Yeah, it was like a really weird phase but I was like dead set on that phase for like a minute.
Did you
Yeah.
have any rationale for it?
No, I just didn't like
She
the
said,
idea
she said no.
of not dating somebody my age. Like it was just more like I think a psychological thing, honestly.
How old
Oh
is
man,
Chris, if you don't mind me asking?
he's 3 years older than me.
Oh, so you
Yeah, I broke out of it or whatever. You know, everybody got to find him a rich man eventually.
Well, yeah,
That's
shout
what they
out
call
Chris.
it. But nah, yeah. So like, I definitely like grew out of it. I think even like in my like older, like when I started to like have more serious relationships, everybody that I dated seriously, they were older. Actually, I will say that.
And
They
I
were
think
like
that
3 to
makes sense
4
to
years
me
older.
personally. Like, seriously dating, yeah, you should be older.
You think so?
Should?
Yeah.
So you wouldn't date somebody your age?
Oh, or my age.
Okay.
Okay, but your age
but
or
not
older.
younger. Yeah, no.
I see.
There's no way. I just can't see that for me.
So do we have a cutoff? Like at blank age, you should definitely start to date people your age or older. Male and female. Like what age do you feel like it's like, come on, you can't backpedal and date somebody younger?
I want to say 30.
Oh,
But like, if
okay.
you're 30 and you're dating like a 29-year-old, like
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
But like if you're 30 and you're dating like a 23-year-old, what's
Yeah.
happening? Like to your point,
I
like
agree. What's
going on?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
30 is a like when I
It's a
turned 30,
life-changing
like
moment,
I
yeah.
lived by myself for the first
Yeah.
time ever. 'Cause I was like, I can't relate to 30.
Yeah.
30 still like relatively
And
young,
it's
right?
still young. Like you're still
Yeah.
young at 30. I feel like 30
I mean,
is
y'all
the
better than me.
mid-20s.
My number was 25, so I can't believe.
Oh,
Your number's 25.
My number was 25. I think at 25,
wow, really?
I think that's an age like you should not be like out here like, cause like not to be funny, you're 25. Imagine dating somebody 21.
Okay.
Like
Okay,
really
yeah.
think about
Okay,
it.
okay,
Like
okay.
No, that's a
male,
good one.
Like
female,
you just
like
started to drink.
like you get what I'm saying. Like you
crazy.
now you
Yeah.
outside. I've been outside for 4 years.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I've been like
Okay,
hitting the
yeah,
streets
yeah.
like all crazy.
Is that for both men and women?
I think so.
Yeah, I have the
Especially,
same
like men
sense for men
now.
and
Like
women. I have the same for men and women. I don't think there should be a difference. I think we
yeah, I
should
don't
all
think
be-
so.
I believe in equal rights.
Thank you for that.
Equal rights and what?
And Black Power, Tilly. So yeah, I think she has to do with that one both. She has to do with that one both. Okay, yeah. So 25, 30. I think 30 is also reasonable. I don't think 30 is anything crazy. All right. Well, now my favorite time that I think is like sweeping women in general. The soft girl era. What to you is the soft girl era? Let me take my notes for this one. I got some things to get off my chest for the soft girl era. Got some misconceptions out here.
Oh.
What I feel like people think the soft girl era is, and it's not. But what do y'all think the soft girl? Or what is your, you know?
I think soft girl era is where you are focused on the positive parts of your life and you're seeking out those things that bring you happiness, joy, not stress, things that you enjoy, things that, and being around people that support, like being around a supportive group of people that will kind of build you up. I feel like that is a part of a soft girl era. It's like, I don't need, like this, also there's a level of vulnerability. What's the word, please?
Vulnerability.
There. Yeah. Are you trying?
Vulnerability. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is education.
Thank you for coming.
That's that COVID education. Vulnerability.
Vulnerability.
Vulnerability. Vulnerability.
I know we've been drinking, but this is real. This is real. I'm not really say it.
Vulnerability.
Yes.
I think it has to be
You
crucial.
think we about to stay that over? We not.
Soft girl era. And being vulnerable with the people.
Yeah.
Setting those boundaries with people and just embracing like your womanhood. Yeah. I'm stopped because I don't want to say no more words.
Yes. What do you think, Titus? Yeah.
I agree that it's a lot about just like doing the work to make sure that you yourself are in a positive space and that there's no negativity or you don't allow negativity to get into your space either. And if it does, you know how to like pivot and redirect yourself so that, you know, you have a level of choice and responsibility in your own outcomes. I also think, I feel like this like soft girl era like conversation is really more prominent amongst like Black women.
I know that's right.
And I think for me, that means that soft girl era is about rest and just being like at ease, being at peace. Because like it's an opportunity to like stop thinking about that like strong Black woman sort
mentality.
of trope
I know that's right.
mentality and just like being able to just like be.
Yeah.
Right? Whatever that looks like for you. I think that's what part of soft girl era entails.
That's good.
I like that. I think to add on to what y'all said, it's just it's also like an era to spoil yourself. And not just with finances, which I think is a misconception. I think when people hear soft girl era, they think, oh, I want to be wined and dined. I want to be spoiled by a dude. Skirt. I think it's not about anybody else but yourself.
Yeah.
So like being very mindful of like, where am I at? What is it that I need in this moment for myself? And I'm going to spoil myself, whether that is like, I'm going to go to the spa, whether that is, I'm going to put my phone on Do Not Disturb, whether that, like, whatever that looks like for you, that's spoiling yourself, that makes you happy and content and has no disruptions, right? I think it's soft girl era, and I think a lot of people, like, equate that, and I feel like I see this a lot on social media, especially, like, from men, and it's sad to say also Black men, thinking that when Black women are saying soft girl era, like, that's an era that they want to be wine and dined by men. Like, oh, we want you to take care of us, or like, oh no, we don't know how to like pay a tab or pay bill. Like it became like a monetary thing. Like I'm just like, when did we shift from having no disruptions to feeling like we needed a caretaker? Yeah. Where did that shift occur? So like when the conversation comes up about soft girl, I'm always just like, how did we get here?
Yeah, how did you go?
Like, why can't we just sit in this idea of like, yo, like, we like to be at ease. We like to be happy. We could be happy with doing nothing. Yeah. And, like, that's our prerogative. And I think, like, to me, like, that's the biggest misconception with soft era that I hate. I hate it when people are just like, oh, you just want to wait out to be able to buy this or to do that. Like, whatever, like, outside of your means. You want my bank account info?
Right.
What are my means? Because my means aren't your means. Okay, my turn. You're like, you know what I mean?
And if
like,
I am, what about it?
okay, I'll deal with that bill when it comes. You know what I
Are
mean?
you paying the bill?
Yeah. So I
Hopefully.
think, yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
She's the misconception. Okay, but I think no.
Yes, he is.
No, but I think like that was a shift in the conversation that I didn't love, like with the soft girl era. But yeah, it's just a time to like spoil yourself in whatever way that looks, and it's also getting rid of like toxicity, dead weight, like all those things, and just being a better version of yourself. Yeah, it's all about self-empower, self-improvement, self.
Is the best.
Yeah. Who said it best?
Is the worst drug.
Keep going.
Is the best love.
Yes.
In your love. Okay.
What song is that?
What's the man equivalent to that?
I don't know. Ooh. It's not about men.
Oh.
Okay.
That was the problem. They was always inserting themselves in soft girl era. Have a soft boy era.
I know that's
Soft boy era.
Sassy era?
I would actually think men should have soft eras.
Like soft boy era?
Yeah. Well, maybe not.
I mean, it doesn't have to be
soft
called
boy,
that.
soft crazy. I ain't gonna hold you. Soft.
Yeah.
Maybe y'all could come up with your own name. Stop stealing from women.
Gentleman.
Gentleman era.
Gentleman.
Yeah. That ain't.
Wow.
We just
Point.
patented that.
Look at women like inventing
Helping.
stuff for men.
Yes,
Look at
it
that.
As we always do.
That's what we're here for.
That's why we
What did we just think of? Gentle era? Gentleman.
No, the gentle
Gentlemen.
The gentle
The
gentleman.
gentleman.
Because I think
Alright.
about
I'm
maturity.
feeling that.
Because it's the same. It's the same. Y'all deserve the same things, like the
Yeah.
same piece of mine. You know?
Okay, I like that.
I like that
Was
too.
that a double entendre? The same piece of mine?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. It was a double. There was a double entendre.
Dog, you unhinged
Do a close-up on
today. Like, no, do not.
Take a shot in.
Oh my goodness.
Like on Abbott, because it's Abbott Wednesday.
So yeah. So I think, is there anything? Well, do y'all feel like y'all are in this era right now?
Partly because to go with the piece of and rest, I am known for not taking days off work. I will not take a day because I'll be like, the kids need me there. If I don't show up, who's gonna teach?
Yep.
And I have my coworker is like, girl, just take the days. Like the amount of days that I have built up because my school we do rollover. I could take a month off if I wanted to. I mean, I actually probably can't because you need to provide like a doctor's note after a few days.
Yes.
But
still,
I could take days because I have the days to take off. And so I've been very intentional about like taking more days. Spa days are like now my favorite thing to do because I love spas. Like World Spa in Brooklyn is a great spa. QC Spa and Governor's Island is a great spa. Sojo Spa in Jersey. I went to a Korean spa that was nude, and I was like, I'm gonna scare everybody here naked. Like that's crazy. I want to see all these titties. Man. I was like, oh look at all these titties. Like what titties? Like free them.
Yeah. Okay.
That was crazy though. It was a crazy spa. I was like, whoa, wow.
It was a good experience.
It was great. I was in there like, I'm free.
You did a little Mardi Gras moment.
Yeah, I was in there like.
Oh my! So you will say you're partially.
Yeah, I'm like
so you're
partially
learning
myself.
to like
Yeah.
really take care of yourself.
Take care of myself. Take ownership. Figuring out what the things are that Jasmine wants. Ooh, who's that? Harper Davis wants to do for Harper Davis. Things that and for me, it's also heavily rooted in like my prayer life too, because I'm a church girl. And so what that looks like and making sure I'm making the right decisions.
I know that's right. Titus, are you approaching, thinking about your software
Approaching
era?
mastery, efficient.
Not there yet. Developing.
Y'all not gonna get that.
A little teacher lingo for y'all. Yeah.
I think that my mindset is there in the sense that I'm like working on knowing what my soft girl era would look like. I think right now I'm like trying to play catch up with the action time to the mindset. So like, what are the steps that I need to take? And maybe it is taking some days, right? Maybe it is just like, I don't know, finding a new hobby, you know, doing different things that just like
going off the grid.
That too.
Yeah.
So I still got some work to do, but I think I'm gonna get there.
Approaching. I know that's right. I'm in it, baby.
Hey,
I'm in it for the now, the long haul. You know what I mean? I think like I've always been a person in pockets that has appreciated like not going off grid, but like put my phone on do not disturb. Like I was definitely like you. I used to hate taking days. I used to think that was like crazy, but I also think that came from like my childhood. Like neither my mom nor my dad like they took like work very seriously. Like had a really strong work ethic. So like I was like, man, I ain't taking no days if I don't need to. Like low key rolling up at work sick. Like you about to pass over just because like you really like want to show up. And I think it's a mindset thing. It's not like I'm not doing for anybody. It's like myself.
Yeah.
So like I think it's like you're saying like unworking certain like behaviors that you have to not hold it against you because you want to make sure that you're being mindful that you're taking care of yourself. I think is like really important. So I think just kind of I don't know, just doing more of things that I like with no regret, and like doing some things on the fly just because I can and I want to.
Period.
And I think there's certain things I'm just like I'm gonna do because I want to. Maybe no rationale behind it, but it makes me happy.
Period.
Yeah. So I'm living it. Foot on the gas. That's what I did there. Make sure you put that in slow mo.
Gotcha.
Foot on the gas.
Can you
But
also
yeah.
put a gas?
Yeah.
Yeah, put up.
Not too much. But yeah, so I think that's important. I think also a part of Soul-Care Heroes are girl dates.
We love
Girl
those.
dates. We love girl dates. Who wants to take us down a little bit of memory lane?
Oh, the thing.
The first girl date?
Oh, the first one?
That you already shared
Like the
when you
very
died?
first
No,
one?
thank you.
Okay.
No, thank you.
Oh,
we
we
don't
did
need to
do that
recap
already.
that one again.
Ooh.
Like our date
Plus.
dates? Hey, that's mine.
We got a lot of dates.
Fat or
Fat or lip. 10 out of 10
See,
I do
lip gloss.
recommend.
is it gonna stink?
Lip gloss.
No. See, lip gloss. But who didn't have that in their top?
Her.
Her?
I said lip gloss.
You said
Mm-mm.
honorable
You said
mention.
honorable mention.
That's not
Oh,
the same.
but still, I thought of it.
And I did. Okay, but yes. Who got some? Who got some for me for girl dates?
I think our first one, like our first like date, because we always like went out and did brunch, like hung out, that sort of thing. But we started to be like more intentional.
Yes.
With
we
our
got a whole
time
like
together.
calendar.
Yeah,
do
so
have-
like
yes.
every
With the
month.
thing, be like, oh, everyone has to do it. That's
Yeah.
so cute.
Every month we like did a rotation and everyone
Yeah.
had to like pick a date for us
Yeah.
to do. So our first one was Lip Lab. We made our own lipstick.
Yes. That was
Do y'all still have y'all's?
Yeah.
Yes.
I do too.
Yeah. I don't wear it as much as I
don't
thought I
either.
would.
Yeah.
But I
that
think
was
that's also
fun.
because I have a lot of lipsticks
Yeah.
and lip glosses. But anyway, yeah. Lip Lab was 10 out of 10 I do recommend.
Whose was that? That was yours.
That was mine.
That was
That was
yours?
Titus. Mm-hmm.
You ate that.
Very much so.
That was good.
Yep.
My favorite one? The perfume one. I need to I need to re-up on
Who
mine.
did the perfume one? Me. Yes, I did.
Yeah, because mine was called Chia. Something with Chai. It was something with Chai.
It was something
Oh,
catchy.
yes. Mhm.
It
You
was
always
something
good
with
with
Chai,
names.
and it was red. Yeah, I need to be sitting in my bathroom. I'm like, I need to re-up. Let me call
Olfactory.
Olfactory. Yeah.
Tell them to send me.
That was fun.
We did some things. Yeah.
That's my favorite
We did the Drunken Lab.
We did
Drunken
the Drunken
Lab.
Lab. That went crazy.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot too. Like, well, other things pending that we also want to do. But I think like this idea of like intentionally planning
How was the
time
Drunken
to
Lab?
spend. Drunken Lab was
That was fun.
That was a lot
Well,
of fun.
I don't remember it. So it must have
I
been.
said, I know that's right. I see what you did there. But I think like intentionally planning to
Stones.
spend time with people that you really like.
I don't got something ever again.
Which one? Oh, Stone was
I think
wild.
it got closed. They got shut down.
Did
No,
it?
it
I
didn't.
think so. No?
No, it didn't.
Maybe they
Oh, wow.
And they opened another.
Stone was
they have
another
two
one.
locations.
Yeah, that was kind of wild.
Can
Yo,
y'all
them
tell,
garlic
can y'all
knots?
tell a story that?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely
No.
not.
Not when
Just
the
all
bell
you need to
went.
know is that Harper Davis cried. Uncontrollably. Like, none of us could figure it out.
Yeah.
Why? At Stone.
She was like looking at the light for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Just crying.
And then, like, was boo-hooing. And we were like, bro, like, are
What's
you
wrong?
okay? Like, we thought she was losing it.
Nothing's wrong with me.
Nothing.
Nothing was wrong.
No. Nothing was wrong.
I was just watching a basketball game on TV.
Those
No.
garlic knots were good though.
Yeah.
Whew, 10 out of 10. And I think girl dates too, what we also do a good job at is doing trips.
Yes. Every
Actually,
year.
I got
Every year.
The trips be hitting.
Every year.
These
we
two are the
taking a
reason
trip.
that I went international. I used my passport once before,
Mhm.
and I was in college when I did not a summer abroad. It was a winter abroad in Italy, And then it wasn't until y'all where we did Cuba.
Cuba.
Our first trip together.
That was
a good time.
That paved the way.
That was
trip.
a good
Yes,
time.
that
I was like, oh, I could travel with them. We out.
Yeah.
For real.
And that says so much about our friendship,
That's
right?
true,
Because you
too.
can't
Yeah.
travel with all your friends.
You really
No,
can't.
you
Yeah.
can't. Like this is the group chat and makes it out the group chat. Like these are the friends with
That
trips
make- yeah, the
that
trip
make
is
it out
fun,
the
you
group
made
chat.
it out.
I never got a regular like, all right, y'all, what we going this year? Like, what we doing? Set the money, like, come on, let's figure it out. And I think that's why we've always managed to have or stick true to doing trips every year. And they've been really, really great trips. So yeah, like outside of like doing like, you know, local stuff, like really just getting that exposure around the world, I think is important with like people that you really appreciate.
Yeah, and I appreciate it as well.
Yeah.
Because when we go on trips, it's never like, oh, we're gonna sleep. I mean, I love to sleep, but it's never we got an itinerary.
We do got itinerary. We like to wait things too, but
Yeah,
shout out
yeah.
to this
Shout
one
out to
here.
It's a nice balance.
The real
It's a nice
Virgo right
balance.
here.
Yeah, the true version.
All right. Not
Well,
We're
too
like, here's what we're doing. We're like, let's go.
Yeah.
I feel like we have a healthy balance.
Yeah.
I just be there for the vibes.
Because like,
It's
we do.
not.
I do.
It's just Virgos and I'm Pisces. I'm the
really not a
odd man
Virgo.
out.
I
Are you
really
kidding me?
can't be. There's no way. The
We're
way I'm
such
set up,
different
I
Virgos.
can't be
What?
a Virgo.
You definitely are.
We're very different Virgos, though.
Very different.
Yeah.
Very different.
I
Oh,
don't.
y'all both Virgos?
Yeah.
Very
Our birthdays
different.
are how many days apart?
A week and a half?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of
Literally.
crazy. Yeah, it's wild. So
Maybe it's because I was born in 1992, and that's a cooked year. I don't know. Maybe something was going crazy. What happened in 92?
I don't know.
Something crazy. Something, the chemical X that Professor X dropped. The special chemical, I didn't get it. Supposed to make me focus. It just gave me ADHD instead.
And we got you, which we'll never take back.
Little baby.
No, girl dates are important. If you don't date your friends, what are you
That's
doing
What are you
even?
doing?
That's the big
What are you
thing.
doing
What are you
even?
doing?
Yeah.
You're not dating your friends? Are they even your friends?
Yeah. Friendships ain't only just through the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Kiss
That's
me
for
through.
sure.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, get outside. Go over. Just pop up. I do that. I'd be like, Titus on the channel. She'd be like, oh my gosh, what are you doing here? I think that literally happened. I was like,
It did happen one time,
I was
yeah.
like, Titus, I'm here. She said, ah. Like, even for the game, I was like, Titus, I'm coming to you. She said, I'm at my mom's house. I'm coming to her.
You are spontaneous, and we love that. Do we? I mean, hey, you know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, I think the biggest thing is date your friends. Guys, too. Do you do guy dates?
Yeah, do you guys do that?
Or like link up with
No,
us?
you don't call them dates. You guys just say we hanging out. Call them
Link
dates.
up.
It's a date.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, link up.
If you planned it, it's a date.
Yeah.
But are you seeing like your guy friends consistently in the sense of like maybe at least like once a month?
Yeah, I gotta pass on this question.
Dang, for real?
Yeah, you gotta ask.
Dang.
If Lou was here, he probably have more to say.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's
See?
part of the gentle gentleman era.
Yeah, we're gonna get y'all
Yeah.
right.
We gonna play some things for y'all. Y'all gotta treat yourself, not cheat yourself.
Yeah.
There's so many cool things that guys can do
Mm-hmm.
that honestly overlap with some things females do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's like the little game. Who said that rec room thing? We gotta do that.
Oh,
that
yeah.
rec room thing. I said, oh,
That
I
look
love
dope.
me some cornhole.
Yeah.
That looked dope.
Yeah, rec room is fine. Yeah, I'm into that. But yeah. Well, if you don't have dates or dating your friends, 10 out of 10 we recommend.
Mm-hmm.
But make sure they're good friends. Make sure they're good to you, you're good to
Yeah.
them. It don't always work.
Make sure they don't have big bills and that you go to jail because they're drug dealers.
All right. And
That
on
makes you a good friend though.
If you're a drug dealer?
Does
If
it?
you hold it down, if they go to jail, you know what I'm saying?
She's not. That's the point.
Yeah,
We already
she's
said
not
this.
gonna
She's
do
not
No,
holding
as
it
a
down.
friend. As a friend. That's
She's not.
No, she's not
She's
going
not.
to.
You're not hearing it. She's the friend that we know in our
Is going to run away.
Is going to run away.
Remember that one
No.
Or
time?
is going to fuck.
That
You want a story time? Let's give you a story time.
Yeah, let me hear something.
And the people know. Let me give y'all a
Was
story
it
time.
Halloween?
It was my birthday.
Oh.
And we went to the club.
Yes.
Remember?
That was for your birthday?
It was. Yes, it was.
Why
And
did
you
I
ran.
think it was also
Because
Halloween?
someone was dressed as Joanne the Scammer.
Me.
No, it was. So
No, my
it's
friend
two
ran into
times.
my friend.
No.
That's a different.
That
was
must have happened
different.
twice then.
You're
No,
right.
we had twice. I wasn't
A
having
repeat
two.
offender.
No, we went to the same. No, we went to the same place. That was a different time. That was a
Okay.
different time. That was a Halloween
it's all
party.
blurring.
This was your birthday. Yes.
We just go with the Halloween party on my birthday. Either way.
No, I don't remember are you talking about the shoe and like the
Yes.
girl? That was your birthday.
Yes. I
That
remember.
was your birthday.
Yeah.
Yes. The girl, she threw a shoe. Our other friend was ready to fight and go after it. This one, hollering. I'm not fighting. You need to come back here. I'm not going to jail for nobody. What are
started running down
started
Broadway.
running down Broadway, like, yo, I'm out. Like, I'm not doing this. We were like, oh, you're one of those.
She's that
That's
one.
the night we knew
She
was gonna fold. And she was like, I'm not fighting. I don't know how to fight. I'm not doing that. She was like, the most I can do is call the cops. She was like, the best I can help is calling the cops. That's what we knew.
But I would
fold on us.
But I would, like, if I was getting, like, interrogated, I wouldn't snitch. Like, I'm not a snitch. I'm not a snitch, but I also can't fight.
But how you know
Like,
that?
I can't fight either.
Because I can lie for somebody. If I love you, I'll lie for you all the time.
But then you go to jail for lying.
Well,
and exhibit A.
I'm going to jail.
Yes.
Perjury.
Yes, perjury.
Oh, well, then.
Is it that you lying? You trying to hide evidence
Just
or?
tight.
As it should be.
So what you
we
gonna
get
do?
it. More stories for your friends.
I'm
No,
gonna plead the fifth.
friends.
I'll plead the fifth.
Okay, you can do that.
Yeah, exactly. I know the laws. What's
Well,
the-
you know
what's the
that
fifth?
rule.
What do you mean?
What's the fifth?
You tell me.
What's the fifth?
You pleading it.
The
Like, you
fifth
just-
is when you can't
Self-incriminate.
Self-incriminate, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I would plead the fifth. I wouldn't lie or tell the truth. I would just plead the fifth. For real.
Oh man.
Thanks.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Love you.
You always looking out.
Just don't be criminals, guys. But if you were, just don't.
Wait, what's this Joanna Skip on?
Now you could be a criminal, just not around you.
That's the big
Because
thing.
what I don't know won't hurt me.
Yeah.
And I won't be lying when I get on stage. I'm like, that's my homie.
Don't
We
even do
friends.
that. That's too much.
Oh, I don't know her. I seen her once.
Now you're overselling.
You plead the fifth.
Now you're
That's it.
overselling.
Just
Okay,
like-
just plead the fifth. I love learning from you guys. Thank you so much.
Just plead the fifth. You don't say nothing. Like, don't even
Literally.
don't even say I was the homie.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna start doing sign language
Nah, just plead the fifth.
because I know sign.
Just
You
plead
don't.
I do.
You don't. Are you doing the
Gang signs?
I just literally. Tell them what I said, please.
I love you.
She tried to say you are my friend.
Thank you. I tried. I did.
You don't do that.
This is R.
That's the letter R.
Right. That's what I was like.
How you say R?
It's
don't.
like you texting.
Oh, so just you?
My friend.
Okay.
Yo, stop throwing up C's.
That's why I don't even know what's going
This
on
is
here.
sign language.
It is.
They stole from ASL. What's been around longer?
What to get you?
Gangs or silent.
I think sign language.
It's her really trying to go crazy. She's trying to advocate. I get it though. Okay, on that note, y'all are something else. All right. The people them, or maybe our favorite time, you know? Titus?
It's that part of the show where they get that JJ's joke.
My joke. Ah, wow. Ooh, I know we made you proud. I know that's right. What do you call an American bee?
An American bee?
Beyonce.
I hate it here. Now we have
An
two
American
Beyonce
bee.
stands.
Something with honey. I'm trying to think. Buzz.
5,
A bumble. American
4,
bee. What do we know about America?
3,
Racism.
That's what I was thinking, but
1.
racist.
Honey.
A USB. Whoa! And I am undefeated.
Dang, I would have never got
And you
that.
said I know.
And it's
I was
so
like,
simple too.
It's so simple.
yeah.
US.
Man.
I was not even thinking about USA.
Yeah,
like the
I
US
know.
of
Good one.
I love
you got
it
us
here.
there.
I love it here. A good old knee slapper. Oh my goodness. And on that note, it is a wrap on episode 26.